Hey everybody, John Granato and Lance Zierlein from the bench, mornings on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. Hit that subscribe button because we want you to get all of our content here on YouTube. Lance, Bovada says the Astros are tied for the 8th best odds to win the World Series. Teams with better odds: the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Padres, the White Sox, the Mets, the Braves, and the Blue Jays. Seem about right to you?
Yeah, I think somewhere between 6 and 8 seems about right. I think you brought. I don't have the odds in front of me, but my guess is the odds aren't drastically different between the Blue Jays and Braves than the Astros. I think they're probably similar. So, yeah, and I think it got complicated a little bit with Fromber leaving, but then you add Odorizzi. So I'm not sure how that plays into it. I think the big wild card, though, John, is let's talk about what creates value for him. And I think if Fromber so if Fromber comes back this season, that certainly benefits him. But we don't know what to expect exactly from this bullpen this year. So that could be a big advantage for them if the bullpen is better than last year. And then, of course, I think what Jordan does, if Jordan comes back and he's bombing away like he did when he was a rookie and he was Rookie of the Year, then all of a sudden, I think your odds, really shoot up for the Astros. So I think they could be one of those top 4 or 5 teams. So I think that playing the Astros in terms of to win maybe the AL, maybe to win the pennant might be the play.
Yeah, the Astros had a tough offseason. I mean, that's all they lost. They lost Springer.
Right.
Verlander out, Fromber out, Greinke a year older. I mean, they virtually did nothing this offseason. So I could certainly see where, the Blue Jays had Springer, the Mets had Lindor, the Dodgers had Bauer. I mean, I could certainly see. Plus, the Yankees and the Dodgers, they're just loaded. The Mets, our White Sox are loaded. So I could certainly see the Astros have a great lineup, but the young pitching is going to be a big deal. And then who's your closer? I mean, there's so many question marks with the Astros. I think we know that they're going to hit in the long run, but I could certainly see where they're a long shot. They're just a long shot. And although this is kind of funny, the Astros have the best odds to win the division, but their win total is 86.5, while the A's is 87.5.
But that's a trap, because what they did was they made the Astros that low, and so you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to play this over. But the juice is like 160. So basically, what they're doing is getting more than 1.5 times. If the Astros fail to do that, they are raking it in. So I see those all the time on. For football, passing yards, receiving yards, they'll have Pat Mahomes as touchdowns at like 2.5, but then if you want to play over, it's like minus 250. Those are setups. Those are traps. So that's kind of a trap play where I wouldn't even want to play it. Like minus 160, I think it is. I actually like that over, but do I want to play it at minus 160? Not really.
Yeah. Well, 87 wins means you're 10 games over 500 for the season. This was a team that was under 500 last year in a 60-game season. We know that they go on runs, and we think that the hitters are going to be much better. But you didn't have Verlander last year either. He pitched 1 game, so you didn't have that. I like this team. I certainly think that it could be 10 games over 500, especially in this division. It's not a great division, other than the A's. Now the Angels did pick up; they got better. But I like 87 wins for this baseball team. I don't want to lay 160. But if I had to bet it, you put a gun to my head, I'm taking over on this team.
What if I made it 90.5? It may not sound like a lot, but 3 games is a lot.
Problem. Yeah. That would be a problem. I got to know that Jordan is going to be good. I got to know that Correa is going to be healthy. Yeah. I mean, and without Springer at the top of the order, who's going to hit up there? Yuli, is he going to hit this year? Bregman going to bounce back? Is Altuve better after all the stuff that he went through this year?
The division's tougher to me also. I think the division could be tougher this year too.
Yeah. Well, the Angels, they got better. The Rangers staff is supposed to be good and young, so that could be a problem. Although you take care of that business all the time. No, I think the minus 160 thing makes that a really, really tough bet. But if I was going to go, who's going to win this division? I'm going Astros.